bathroom. I got to roll back here.
I get the feeling this is going to be a pretty shitty episode.
Because it's the bathroom thing. Is that what you mean?
No, that's not what I mean at all.
It's got to have nuts in it, maybe some corn.
The VHS files contain spoilers, adult content, and harsh language. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, welcome back to the VHS Files podcast, everybody, and I think you're going to get some potty humor tonight. So we're back tonight with another top 4 episode for you, and tonight we're talking about top 4 bathroom scenes in movies.
Top 4 bathroom scenes.
Who does number 2 work for?
This episode's bound to get a little shitty, I think.
It's going to have some nuts and corn in it for sure.
It's the shittiest episode yet.
But we're not just going to talk about shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a preconceived sort of like notion that bathroom scenes in movies equals shit jokes and potty humor, and it's not really the case.
Damn enchiladas.
We did a lot of back and forth discussions about what we wanted to do for a top 4 episode. Eric got a little pissy about it.
No.
He tried to shit on my idea.
No. Jason got pissy. I suggested numerous things, and he was just suggesting the same bathroom idea over and over and over again. He's the one that's being unreasonable. I was being very reasonable, suggesting all kinds of things, and he wouldn't accept anything but his own original idea.
Yeah, exactly. An original idea.
I'm part of the solution, not part of the problem. So I said, hey, let's do this.
He's always got diarrhea of the mouth.
So yeah, and it was funny because after our discussion, I started making a list, and I could not believe how long the list was of bathroom scenes.
Don't fuck with me now, man. I am Ahab.
I think we got quite a bit to talk about here. Some things that may have some potty humor in them, and
You know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but from over here, look like you taking a shit.
some that are some very serious scenes. So I'm interested to see what you guys came up with. My list got kind of long. So how about you guys?
Yeah, I got a pretty decent little list.
I did the top 4. I got a hell of a lot of honorable mentions. So we're probably going to have a separate episode for honorable mentions because I believe we all got plenty. But it's like when I came up with the idea of this episode and threw it at these two, I mean, Eric kind of like, there are so many iconic scenes in movie history that take place in a bathroom, be it a love scene or murder scene, something scary. There's a hell of a lot of fight scenes that happen in bathrooms that are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. I mean, one of the most iconic scenes for movie history takes place in a bathroom, in a shower. We may talk about it. It might be on somebody's lists.
All right. Well, why don't you go shower and we'll start this countdown.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to brush my teeth too. It's the quarterly brushing. Got a new dude today. Looks good.
Yeah.
Got my
Well, so
lines.
did I, actually. I mean,
Hey, we're kind of got the same haircut thing going on.
yeah,
here.
we do. We're pretty close, actually.
You're Twinkies.
Me and Josh have matching beards. We have matching haircuts.
I shaved my beard off.
I don't know why you do that. Don't do
why?
that.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I just want to sometimes.
No. You must let the beard overtake you.
No, I can't do that. It won't do that.
All right. Well, in order to determine who's going to start this countdown, I've got trivia for you.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
So the person who can get closest in this answer will go first. What year was the toilet invented?
Oh, God.
I
Stay
don't
off of
know.
Google there.
I will tell you, it's between the 1400s and the 1800s.
Oh, it's only got 400 years to choose from here, Eric.
Yeah.
You know?
So try and get something, as close as you can within there.
Oh, is this like the Price is Right thing? Who's closest without going over?
Right. Spin the wheel, Jason. What's your
Okay.
guess?
1572.
1572. Eric, what's your guess?
I'll go 1700.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob.
Jason is the winner. The toilet was thought up by Sir John Harrington, godson of Queen Elizabeth I,
The John?
The John. He's the John.
In 1596.
Whoa, dude!
So you were damn close.
Wow. Yeah, that's earlier than I thought.
Yeah, I thought the baby. I mean, I know everybody used to like shit in a pot, and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Well, it's funny when I was doing research of so many different forms of sanitation that people have done throughout time, and it's crazy, man. Like you could go on a tangent seeing how people were trying to get rid of their waste back in the old days. So it's gross, but it's interesting. I will say.
I used to know a guy named John Porta.
Porta potty.
Porta John.
Porta
You
John.
were to flip it, John Porta.
Yeah.
Don't flip a porta potty. That would not smell good.
No. All right, so I get to go first.
Yeah, you get to go first.
Yeah.
Start with your number 4 bathroom scene.
Okay, I actually changed it right before we started this episode because I had one. I really think it's going to be on Josh's, so I'm going to go opposite here.
I'm wondering how much crossover we're gonna have, because I mean, with as many that I picked, I don't know. Like, I feel like this could be a sort of a mysterious list for everybody.
Don't cross the streams, Josh. Don't cross the streams.
I feel like there's 3 or 4 obvious ones.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
And if we were to all go with the obvious answer, we'd have a lot of crossover. But I have a feeling we're all kind of avoiding those.
Well,
I get the feeling I'm
Sick.
probably gonna have some that match with both of you, but I still feel like I picked some pretty unique scenes. So, but Jason,
our top 4 is going to end up in the others honorable mention list for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
Going to the great year of 1986, the Money Pit bathroom scene with Tom Hanks.
Oh, nice.
I was explaining to my mom about this whole list thing, and when I told her that, she said that should be your number 1 because the whole thing when the turkey shoots out of the oven, it lands in the pot next to the bathtub, and then he comes in after being electrocuted in the kitchen and dumps that water, and that tub falls through the floor, and that fucking laugh. Oh my God, I don't care how many times you've seen that movie. That's the best part of the damn movie, is that him laughing.
That's a great one.
It absolutely is the best part of the movie. I just rewatched The Money Pit not that long ago, and I was a little surprised at how much I didn't think it held up. Like there's definitely some funny shit in there, but like that scene, it definitely makes it. Like it's worth watching for that scene, but overall, it's not really that good of a movie in my opinion.
Money Pit is one of the VHS videos that I rented the most as a kid. I always asked my parents to rent Money Pit. I just loved all those gags, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So,
I mean, if you watch it now through an adult lens, like the storyline just doesn't work very well. It's really kind of convoluted and just sort of is messy. But the comedy in the movie absolutely works. And yeah, that's a fucking great bathroom scene. So,
but yeah, that's the top 4 for sure. Definitely, if you got to go out and watch it. If not, fast forward to the laughing scene and just laugh yourself out of your fucking
absolutely.
chair.
The first time I didn't see that movie until later in life, and the first time I saw that scene, I was on the floor laughing, dude. Like Tom Hanks sells that scene so well.
It just feels real. Like that is a real from the bottom of your gut laugh. I'm hysterically fucked at what just happened to the tub when he's oh man, God, that's such a great bathroom scene. But yeah, there's my number 4. Who's going next?
Eric, you're up next.
number 4, I'm gonna go with Housebound.
Okay, I don't know that movie.
I haven't seen that movie.
You guys haven't seen it?
Nope.
Okay, so this is kind of a little deeper cut, but there's this girl in the movie, and she's in the bathroom and she's peeing, and you can hear her peeing, and she hears something and she stops peeing to like listen, and then she doesn't hear anything, so she continues to pee, and then she hears something again and she stops peeing. It's hysterical. That's a great movie too.
Just your description of it makes me want to see. I know you have suggested that movie to me a couple of times.
I have, yeah.
And I've actually saw it on, I think it's on Shudder right now, and I think it's been on Prime. It's readily available. It's just one of those that I see and I'm like, I'll get to it some other time.
It's a fun watch.
Homebound?
Housebound.
Housebound.
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound 2. The long journey to the bathroom.
That's everybody's story if you're over the age of 70. Trying to get to the bathroom.
It's funny because I was trying to think of these and Kayla was like, oh, what about Housebound? And I was like, yes, that's automatically going on my list.
All right.
So,
well,
it's
going to the top of my watch list now because now I have to see what this bathroom scene is all about. Well, I guess that leaves me to my number 4. I'm afraid this is one that Eric's going to have on his list, but fuck it. I'm going for it.
Go for it.
The worst toilet in Scotland from Trainspotting.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. That's one of those top that I think of immediately.
Yeah,
for sure.
And you know, I haven't seen Trainspotting that many times. I've seen it a handful.
It's been a while. Yeah, been a while.
It's definitely not one that I'm super familiar with. But this bathroom scene in Trainspotting is one that you will never forget after you see it.
Yeah.
And just, you know, it lives up to the name. The bathroom is gross and nasty and like I would not want to have to use that bathroom. And then just the sheer fact that this heroin addict in Ewan McGregor is so high that he decides to take a dip into this nasty toilet. It's like,
dude, I think we played some shows at places the bathroom was like that, like literally wrapping your hands in toilet paper, putting them on the wall, toilet paper over the toilet because you weren't going to sit on it to take a shit.
Dude, bathrooms in clubs and stuff like that are some of the grossest things I've ever seen in my life. But Trainspotting, yep, that's my number 4. It lives up to the name.
Moving on to number 3.
Number 3.
All right, number 3, 1984. The first of a set of movies where we got a horror icon. What am I talking about, Josh?
Please, God.
This is God.
You're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
The infamous glove in the bathtub scene where it comes up between her legs a couple of times and then her falling asleep finally and being pulled to a dream underworld where she's drowning and you can see the drain is way up here. I can't quite get to it.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I think that changed a lot of people's idea of like, I'm just going to go relax in the bathtub and maybe take a nap. Fuck no.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially if you were a girl back then and you see that movie, you're like,
right.
No, not sleeping in the bathtub anymore.
Yeah.
Don't want to have Freddy messing with my naughty bits.
Nightmare on Elm Street was one of the very first slasher movies I ever saw. I've actually talked about it the very first video I put up on our VHS Files Extras channel.
I remember one of my first memories of seeing a horror movie was Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy's building the glove. Scared me to death. This was me under the covers watching A Nightmare on Elm Street. I couldn't turn away.
There are some very iconic scenes, and that one just happens to take place in a bathroom, in a bathtub, and absolutely, I kind of figured it would be on your top 4 list.
Yeah, it has. I had to throw a horror movie in here. So,
yeah.
I mean, we have another. I can't remember if it was Nightmare 3 or 4, where you have the one where they go to turn the handles off on the sink and his fingers come out of the freaking valves.
Oh yeah, that's
another one.
Another good bathroom. That's from the Dream Warriors Part 3.
Yes, that's. I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4, but yeah, that's. I almost put that on here, but I said, but being iconic and memorable to me, that's the first one. So yeah, got to give it up for Freddy. I wonder how rusty his glove was after that.
It just adds to the. It just adds to how badass the glove looks at that point. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he has to shine it up a little bit from time to time.
There you go.
Oil it up.
All right, Eric, you're number 3.
Number 3. Well, I'm torn between some things, but my number 3, I'm gonna go with Mandy and Nicolas Cage drinking vodka in the bathroom.
Okay.
Mandy is on my honorable mention list.
I told you it'd be on some. We would share somehow.
Yeah.
But after seeing The Unbearable Weight of a Massive Talent this past weekend, Nick Cage was on the brain, and that was one of them that instantly popped in my head when we started talking about bathroom scenes. It's just his performance in that scene is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's just insane, and it's so simple. It's just a guy in a bathroom freaking out. Nothing complicated.
And rightly so. I mean, he just went through some shit.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean that scene is great. And you know, Nicolas Cage obviously in the news right now for being in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and I don't think he's getting enough recognition for some of the stuff he's been doing lately. Like Pig was an excellent movie.
Pig's good. I love Pig.
I think I just saw an interview with him recently where he talks about Pig was one of his favorite performances he's done in recent years. And I think he got a snub from the Oscars. I think he could have at least got a nom for that, but
for Pig?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Did you see it, Eric?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on. You're not giving any love to the Pig?
It was okay.
I thought it was a pretty damn good movie. But yeah, I mean, and he's been doing press and whatnot lately, and I think a lot of people put this connotation on Nicolas Cage that he is just this bizarre out there person. And in all the interviews I've seen with him, like, don't get me wrong, Nicolas Cage is on another level. I understand that, but he really seems like a pretty genuinely normal guy when you talk to him.
Well, I watched that video you put of him on Jimmy Kimmel, and you know, he was saying he hadn't done any press for like 14 years or something like that.
Yeah, I found that pretty interesting.
And that's
too.
probably a big reason, because you don't ever actually see him do any press or anything. So you don't see interviews with him for 14 years. All you do is hear about his crazy spending, and you see his crazy outfits, and you see, like, you know, oh, he ran out of money and had to do a bunch of VOD stuff, and then all kinds of, you just hear all these crazy Nick Cage stories, but you never actually see him. So he just becomes like this weird legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He's in Renfield too. He's going to play Dracula.
Yeah, I've seen photos of him in costume for that. It looks pretty crazy.
I want to see him play. What was that movie that he was in the 80s? Was it what was it where he
Vampire's Kiss?
Vampire's Kiss, dude. I haven't seen that in forever.
Vampire's Kiss has some quality Nick Cage freak out scenes in it.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
A B C D E F G
H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. Huh?
That scene is fucking amazing, dude. Oh man.
But let's not get away from what Eric's number 3 was. Talking about Mandy, Nick Cage bathroom scene. That was his number 3.
Yeah,
so we can talk about Nick Cage all day.
Oh yeah. All right, so it's back to me.
Back to you, number 3.
Back to me, lucky number 3. This may come to no surprise to anybody, but my number 3 is.
The fuck is this? Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Oh,
from
that did not
Big
even make
Lebowski.
my list. Holy shit.
Okay, and again, we mentioned this in the Top 4 Guns episode. A little tidbit about me is Videodrome is one of my favorite movies of all time. The Big Lebowski is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh yeah.
It is like comfort food for me. Like if I don't have anything to watch, I just turn on The Big Lebowski, and I'm never bored with it. I always laugh at it. And the scene where he comes home and they attack him and start shoving his head in the toilet is one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in my life. And that's Eric's 2 cents on the matter.
Science!
But yeah, just the entire conversation, how much of a smartass he is to these guys that are breaking and entering into his apartment, assaulting him.
Where's the fucking money, shithead?
It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
Just Jeff fuck, what's his name?
Foxworthy.
No, not.
The Big Lebowski starring Jeff Foxworthy.
If you drink White Russians, you might be a Lebowski.
There's a new tagline for you.
But no, Jeff Bridges' performance in that movie, I mean, everybody's performance in that movie is absolutely amazing. But that scene, I mean, it's great. Just it's great for it being the introduction to this character and how much of just a fish out of water he is in the movie that he's in.
Nobody calls me Lebowski. You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
Your name's Lebowski. Your wife is Bunny.
My wife, Bunny? Do you see a wedding ring on my finger? Does this place look like I'm fucking married? The toilet seat's up, man.
And I love this scene so much, and I think it's an awesome bathroom scene. There's a couple of good scenes in bathrooms in that movie.
I can't believe I didn't think of that one. That's crazy.
There's the one where he's in the tub and he's smoking a joint, and the cops call, and they're like, nice "We found your car." Oh, nice marmot. But yeah, that would be my number 3 is Big Lebowski. Obviously, you're not a golfer.
There you go. Good one.
Solid.
All right, I'm kind of upset that we're halfway through this list and none of us have picked the same movie.
I'm excited about that.
Well, I'm just saying, I expected at least me and Josh. I'm actually upset that you haven't said this one, but it may be your number 1. Well, no, I'm not saying what it is. I'm just saying I had it as my number 4, but I took it off because I had a feeling it might be in your list. So,
well, we still have 2 more to go, my friend.
But now we're moving on to number 2.
Who does it work for, Jason?
Exactly. And no, I did not do Austin Powers for my top 4. So, my number 2 is an emotional scene. Nothing funny, nothing really scary.
Can I guess? Can I guess what scene it is?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I think you're about to say Riggs and Murtaugh, Lethal Weapon Part 2.
No.
Shit.
No.
All right.
That it's emotional and not funny.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. It's got some funny.
Well, that is kind of funny. It hits some emotional beats in there too, though, guys. Don't discredit that.
But my number 3, 1994's The Crow. We talked about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dude, after Eric Draven has his way with Fun Boy, catching up with him and Darla in his apartment, he drags Fun Boy, throws him in the bathtub, grabs Darla, which he's hanging out with her daughter Sarah all the time, And dude, that gets me. That right there gets me. It almost makes me want to cry every time when he grabs her.
Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children. Do you understand?
And he's, heroin is bad for you, and you see the heroin coming out of her track marks on her arm.
Yeah.
But dude, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That is a heavy fucking scene. Because after that, she changes her life. Sarah shows up the next day for breakfast and cooks her breakfast and everything. Things change. But that scene, I mean, when we were talking about bathrooms, that's why I was like, man, it's not just all shit and piss.
No one was saying it was all just shit and piss.
Yeah, you were, Eric. You did.
No, I wasn't.
That's what you meant.
No, it's not. Don't tell me what I meant.
All right, guys. Let's wash our hands of this little feud. Get back to the list at hand.
But yeah, that scene gets me every time in that movie. I mean, there's a few other scenes. It's one of my favorite movies for sure. I mean, it's not a great movie per se in the way people, but to me, it means something to me. So, but when we said that immediately in the top 4, and I moved it all the way. I moved it all the way up to number 2. So.
Nice. Good one. I didn't even think of that one, to be completely honest. So, Eric,
surprise
number 2.
Oh, I'm struggling here because I just have so many.
Push. Get that number 2 out.
It's a little nutty. It hurts.
I'm going to say Poltergeist, guy peeling his face off.
That was on my honorable mention.
I have a question, though. Is that a bathroom? I feel like he's in like a storage closet.
No, he's in the bathroom looking in the mirror.
It's actually listed. Sink. It's actually listed. If you go to top bathroom scenes in horror movies, it's listed in there.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
So Eric
there's a sink. There's a mirror. I don't know. I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a half bath.
Fair enough.
Half bath works for me.
All right. I made the cut.
Okay, so why do you like it so much?
Just super gnarly. Just,
I think we touched on this in the Poltergeist episode.
Does it look real? No, but is it creepy as hell? Yes. And especially in a PG movie, even as like a PG-13 movie, like somebody peeling their face off in the sink, all the bits falling into the sink. Something about that scene is unsettling, and it's probably the face peeling off part. But it's not just that. It's pieces falling into the sink. It's how quickly it happens. It happens so quickly. I don't know. There's that scene is gnarly and feels almost out of place in this movie, honestly. Yeah. That one dude decides to leave after that.
Yeah, he's like, after you just thought you ripped your face off in the bathroom, I'd want to leave too.
Yeah.
I think that's a bold choice for that movie too, for that guy to leave and never come back. Like typically when shit like that happens in a movie, they still stick around and finish out what they're doing and whatnot. No, that dude's peace out. I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm not coming back.
Yep.
I'm done. Isn't Poltergeist 2 where the boy's braces wrap around him in the bathroom also?
I believe so, yeah.
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 I've only seen Poltergeist 2 once.
Damn, dude.
And I think we touched on this in the Poltergeist episode, but I don't remember liking it a whole lot. I think there was something about it I wasn't too keen on.
I just like that you get the creepy preacher guy.
Yeah, he's pretty gross.
But yeah, Eric, your number 2 is definitely my honorable mention. It's at the top of it, actually. So
thank you.
We're thinking we're on the same wavelength, bro.
Yeah,
I like it
as usual.
Yeah, me and you, we're always just thinking, like I'm thinking the number 3, and you're gonna say 7 every time. So, but
chainsaw and Dave over here.
Yeah, there you go. We got the same haircut.
Yeah.
So, but all right, who are we moving to? Josh's number 2. Yeah.
Number 2.
Here, hold on. Number 2. Oh, okay. Don't go in there for 30 to 45 minutes.
My number 2 is
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
There it is. There it is. That's why I didn't put it as my number 4.
You talk about bathroom scenes and not expect me to put The Shining on is that's out of the question.
Yep.
So
actually
love The Shining. Another one of my favorite movies of all time. It was so funny to me how many of some of my favorite movies have very memorable bathroom scenes.
There you go. The whole reason for doing this list.
And it's, and you say you're going to do a list about bathroom scenes. You think that could, the exact stuff we argued about with wanting to do this list. But yeah, I mean, there's so many good ones in film, and The Shining also has about 3 bathroom scenes, if I'm correct.
I got all 3 of them listed on here.
Absolutely fucking bonkers, man.
Yeah.
But the Here's Johnny. I mean, again, you talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, iconic scenes.
That's an iconic Johnny. Scene in film. Forget bathrooms.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the whole thing where he's talking to Grady in the bathroom, the whole thing when he's cleaning him up because he spilled his drink on him. The one where he goes at was that room 237 with the woman in the bathtub.
Well, I guess I should say that's my number 1 is the woman in the bathtub.
Not the same scene, but a different scene.
I had the same note. Gotcha. You had 3 great bathroom scenes in The Shining, and I struggled between the Here's Johnny, so effective, so perfect. Like you just couldn't change anything about it. It's amazing. So.
Yeah, I mean it's just for the character, and when Jack is in the room and he thinks something amazing in a sense is happening to him. He's making out with this beautiful woman to pull her away and see that she's not. She's just this decaying old, it's nightmare fuel, man. Yeah. That movie is fucking nightmare fuel for sure.
Well, Eric did his number 1, so I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
And I was honestly surprised. Like I kind of thought we would all have the same number 1 for a particular reason, but I think we all just decided not to go the regular route here. So I'm interested to hear what your number 1 is now, Jason.
Okay, my number 1. You are my Dave to my chainsaw. you've already said my number one. I went number one is Murtaugh and Riggs in the bathroom toilet scene. That is my number one. So Josh, we share a brain. He knew I was going to have it on my list, but
I knew you'd have it on there somewhere.
Dude, that's a great. I mean, not only you get a little the humor.
Good morning.
You get this little seriousness because like Riggs is not leaving Murtaugh. They try to make him go, and he just kind of looks at him like a freaking pit bull. Like, I'm not fucking leaving this guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going. And they joke around, but dude, how many of us that you know and or any other friends do the 1, 2, 3?
Wait. Do we do it on 3 or do 1, 2, 3, then do it?
Well, it's your ass, Cochise. I mean, it's up to you.
Go, or do you want to go 1, 2, 3 and then go? We all do that because of this movie. So every time you do it, because I use that term or that little saying all the time. So we do 1, 2, 3, or do we go 1, 2, 3, go? But I mean that, and not only that, like you talk emotional. I got what you're saying. That when Riggs looks at him and says, "Hey, Riggs," and they don't say anything. It's just a look,
right?
Because of all the shit they went through in the first movie together. You know, now they're not only their partners, they're best friends. So he's like, "This could be
love.
it."
You gotta love,
yeah, brother love right there,
brotherly
man.
love, absolutely.
Like I love these two, dude. I'd pull either one of you guys off the toilet any day if you needed it. So just
I'd pull you off the toilet too. I don't know
So-
if there's a bomb involved or you just
A
pull me off the
bomb.
toilet.
I mean,
I don't
I
know
am
what's
the old man of the group here. I mean, I might need you to help me off the toilet one day. So
Josh, you
No,
gotta
when-
wipe. Josh,
Yeah.
you wipe. I'll help you pick them up, but you have to wipe.
I've actually been in a situation where I've had to help Jason to the bathroom before.
Oh
so.
yes. So yeah, we've been down that road. We got that connection. Once you have a friend help you to the bathroom type thing, yeah, that's connection. It doesn't break for a lifetime. But yeah, that's definitely my number. I even love the humor part of it is when the bomb goes off and it lands on the hood of the station wagon out front.
Yeah.
So because remember, is the whole thing, don't fuck up his wife's car, and that car has been destroyed, and then a toilet lands on it. So that
I don't think that car is one of the many deaths in that movie, I believe.
that would definitely be that could make top kill in that movie if everything happens to that car. So all right, Josh,
Josh,
number
give it to us, buddy.
Well, since I thought it would be on everybody's list, I'll go ahead and just say Psycho. Psycho.
I left it off on purpose. So
I mean, come on. I mean, most notorious bathroom scene in film history.
Yes, it's the most famous bathroom scenes. The second probably being Here's John.
Squirm.
Yeah.
The second one being Squirm. Where the worms
Fuck
come
you,
out.
man.
Squirm.
Check that out on
Oh,
another
my God.
episode that we just did. She's gonna take a shower. She turns the shower head on. You see that a couple come out and then they go back.
They go back. They hide.
I have
They
a
go,
story. I have a story. I was watching this in the living room, and Jenny was doing class or something, so she was in her office, and she came out right when that scene came on, and you can see the worms coming out of the fucking shower head, and she turned around, she goes, "Ooh, no, you have to turn it off. You can't watch it while I'm..." But yeah, Psycho. I mean, I did not grow up watching Psycho. Did not really get into Alfred Hitchcock until I started really watching a lot more movies as an adult. And yeah, I mean, there's no denying how good of a movie Psycho is, and that scene is absolutely effective. Works in every sense, and there's a reason it's on my list. There's a reason it's on every fucking list there is out there. It's absolutely frightening, and that movie in general is just amazing. And you know, you've got people who you talk about how the end of it explains it away and kind of ruins it for some people, but you know, that final shot of Norman, and they're focusing on his face, and it slowly fades to a skull, like merged with his face at the end. Like, there's just so much to love about Psycho, and
absolutely,
obviously, the shower scene is the best, the absolute best.
Everybody's trying to duplicate it. It doesn't happen.
Gus Van Sant just completely remade the entire movie shot for shot, and it didn't work.
Nope.
So.
I mean, I tried to watch that, and I'm like, I mean, like you said, he did it shot for shot, but it doesn't hold. It doesn't have that feeling. It doesn't have that Hitchcock feeling to it.
The only thing I will say that Gus Van Sant was able to pull off in that movie that Hitchcock wanted to but could not because of budgetary constraints and just the actual being able to do it was the opening shot. The opening shot of the Psycho remake, where it's zooming in on the building, and then you go into the room with Anne Heche's character. And he wanted to do that originally. That was his original vision, but they couldn't pull that off back in the 60s. So the only thing I will credit Gus Van Sant with is he was able to pull off the shot that Hitchcock wanted to in that opening segment.
We'll give him some kudos.
But other than that, it's just go watch the original. It's not worth watching that one just for that one shot.
Well, I knew that was going to probably be on everybody's list. That's like I said, I'm going to purposely leave it off. Oh my God, the lights came on.
Someone's in the house. All right, well, that's our top 4 bathroom scenes. So let's go ahead and get to some of these honorable mentions. Apparently, we've got more honorable mentions than we have a top 4. So let's do it.
I got to rattle off some of these.
Go ahead, Eric.
Well, one that comes to mind but didn't make the cut was Dumb and Dumber.
I got it.
Scene, right?
It's on my.
I was actually surprised that wasn't on one of you guys.
That was like when I'm thinking like the immediate 4 you think of, it's Psycho, Shining, Dumb and Dumber, Diarrhea, and Lethal Weapon 2 are like the 4 that immediately come to mind for me. And then you start thinking and more start to dribble in.
Dribble.
And that's a perfect example of why when you say let's do top 4 bathroom scenes, like that's honestly like probably instantly the first one a lot of people would think of is like that's funny, it takes place in a bathroom, it's potty humor, it's like that kind of sets the mood for what you would think a list of bathroom scenes would be. But honestly, we've proven that there's a lot more to bathroom scenes than just shit jokes.
I mean, it's not on my list, but thinking of that one, another one would be the something about Mary, Frank and Bean scene when he's in the bathroom.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That one would definitely pop up because everybody does the Frank and Beans thing.
Well, when I wasn't sure if it might come up, so I didn't say anything. But when I was talking about the poltergeist face peeling scene, I was also thinking about Terminator bathroom scene where he's
good one.
His face.
Wow. Yeah, that one didn't even cross my mind.
I didn't come on my
crazy.
I didn't come across.
I didn't think of it till we were talking about it. It popped in my head. I've also got Eastern Promises.
Damn, it's on my list. Dude, me and Eric, we had the same honorable mentions here.
These top 4 lists are holding a lot of Cronenberg movies. I'm finding out.
Why is that?
He's everywhere. You talk about guns, Cronenberg. Talk about horror, Cronenberg. Talk about bathrooms, Cronenberg. the fly scene where he starts pulling his fingernails off.
Oh yeah, perfect. I mean,
more bathrooms.
Yeah,
like really and truly. Let's think about it. Are bathroom scenes some of the most important scenes in movie history?
No.
It could be because a lot of these movies have some memorable bathroom scenes. Most people don't remember some of the other scenes, but they will remember something going on in a bathroom. So I don't know.
You maybe.
Go ahead. Let's see, Eric. I might not have any honorable mentions left.
Yeah, you guys, give me some years. I've got more.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jason.
I got the Weird Science. Showering with I can't remember her name, but after they make her, they're showering in their clothes with her. Later in the movie, they're in the bathroom while the party's going on and they're scared. So 2 of those. So the other one I got, Ghoulies 2.
Oh God, that's a deep cut, right?
Dude, Ghoulies 2, when he goes to take his shit, before you see him in the mirror and you see the ghoulie pop out of the toilet and then he goes back in and then he sits down and you get that pause. You're like, and then him screaming at the top of his lungs as the ghoulie basically is eating his ass.
That's actually a pretty good shot of the guy screaming too. Like he looks like he's not enjoying it very much.
Either that or he had Taco Bell earlier. I don't know. But yeah, we know this the ghoulie ripping him a new one. I went Jurassic Park where the T-Rex eats the guy sitting on the toilet.
I have that on my honorable mentions as well. Funny you mentioned Jurassic Park because everybody get ready to tune in. We will be talking about Jurassic Park in next week's episode. And if you've been listening to our show over the past 2 years, you'll know that there's some controversial topics that Josh here has brought up about Jurassic Park. So I believe it's going to be a fun episode. So that you have that to look forward to next week.
Well, I was going to say Friday 13th Part 5. It had to be on Josh's list.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Dude, Demon in the outhouse.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but it did not.
Yeah.
It did not make my cut.
Dude, I put that. I was on there because you get stabbed with the spear through the wall in the little outhouse thing. I put that on there.
Yeah.
So, all right, Josh, go ahead. Give us your honorable mentions.
Friday has a pretty memorable bathroom scene. Mm-hmm. Craig, come in here. I'm in the bathroom.
Oh, man, I'll wait till you come out. Boy, bring your ass off up in here. What you talking about? You wait till I come out. I smelled your shit for 22 years. Now you can't smell mine for 5 minutes.
I love Friday. It's one of the few movies that I could pretty much quote verbatim.
You and Mikey P, bro. Both of y'all together.
And if the day ever comes where we talk about that show or to talk about that movie on this show, it might as well just be me reciting the movie.
You should recite the whole movie from memory and just release that as a YouTube video.
There you go.
You know, that would probably get some views.
Dude, I think you should call up our buddy Mikey, and you both two can video, and you'll literally play scene for scene. Because
Mike and I could just reenact the entire movie verbatim.
The two of these guys, whenever they get together, and we've all been to dinner, a Friday reference will come up, and then they just go off for like 15 minutes of back and forth of a whole scene, every word verbatim. Yeah.
It's a chain reaction, man. You say one quote from that movie, and it's just like, oh, fuck, we might as well just sit back and let them go for a few minutes.
Sit back down. Can I get another beer? We're going to be here a while. So, what else you got, Josh?
I also have Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. In one of the flashback scenes, he's in a bathroom, and I believe Flea is in the scene as well.
With a bit of luck, his life was ruined forever. Always thinking that just behind some narrow door in all his favorite bars, men in red woolen shirts are getting incredible kicks from things he'll never know. I decided to eat only half of the acid at first, but I spilled the rest on the sleeve of my red woolen shirt.
And he spills LSD on his sleeve, and Flea comes up to him, and he's just like,
trouble? Well, all this white stuff on my sleeve is LSD.
It's a funny scene, and I just love it so much, and it takes place in a bathroom.
There you go.
Dude, that's a great movie. I love that movie. Josh got me into that movie.
What's that dude been up to lately?
Johnny Depp.
Dude, is he doing anything right now? I don't think he's kind of fell off the radar. Nobody talks about him anymore.
Yeah.
I got a couple more, but I'll let Eric do a couple more if he's got some.
Okay, I got Slither.
Bam, it's on my list.
Slither, the
alien worm.
The alien worm in the bathtub. Obviously inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street, I think.
Yeah. That Squirm.
That and maybe
Squirm.
Maybe what's that? Squirm. And what's the other Cronenberg movie? I haven't seen it yet, but
Shivers. Sliver, Shivers.
Slivers, Long John Slivers. Anyway,
I want to go to that restaurant. Everybody's dressed as David Cronenberg characters behind the counter waiting on you.
Also, True Lies bathroom fight.
Oh, that's a good one.
True Lies, and that of course makes me think of also Henry Cavill pumping his fists in
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible bathroom fight is also a pretty good bathroom fight.
That was going to be one of my next ones. Was that Mission Impossible fight? Henry Cavill is a fucking beast in that scene.
He's a monster, dude. What a monster,
dude. You thought he was big as Superman. I mean, that's him in real life, no padding, and he's a big motherfucker.
Big dude for sure. I mean, you can watch The Witcher and get your fill of that as well. So
jacked, bro.
Jason, you got any more?
I got two because Eric's named most of mine. So I'm gonna throw the scene that I thought was gonna be on somebody's list. The Matrix scene, Morpheus fighting Agent Smith for the first time.
That's on my list. That's a good one. I love how everything breaks. You know, all the tile, all the
everything
porcelain is just shattering everywhere.
That fucking shot of Morpheus's head hitting the bowl of that commode, and it breaks and shit.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah.
And they all
I
come
kind
in.
of feel like watching The Matrix again. We keep talking about The Matrix here and there. It keeps coming up, and I'm like, damn, I have to go.
That first Matrix is a fucking banger, man. It's so good.
It is so good.
It's always on TV. But my last one.
It's always on TV.
It is. It's on TV all the time.
I don't have cable.
Oh, I do. And it seems like every time I turn on, Matrix is on again.
Okay, rich boy, 1%er with your
Whatever.
cable.
Dude, I live in the middle of the woods. We actually have direct TV. That's about all we can. We don't actually have cable, like they run, like your cable modems that you're doing the internet with right now. We don't even have that.
Jason's hollering in a can with a string tied to it.
Yes, that's how we do it. So my last one, American Psycho, Bateman's morning routine scene of him getting ready in the shower and him talking into the mirror as he's doing his facial scrub thing.
And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there.
That's a great shot. So,
yeah,
it's a good one.
That's my last one.
Eric, you got any more?
I do. Do you?
I got 4 more.
Hit me with some.
Yeah, you do it.
I got Full Metal Jacket.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
Dude. Yeah.
Ooh,
I forgot about that one.
Excellent.
I've got American Beauty.
Good one.
The dream sequence with Kevin Spacey and I can't remember her name.
Mira Sorvino? No.
No. Is it Mira?
No.
Mina Savari.
Mina Savari. Yeah, I always get their names, but they look totally different, but their names make me want to think the same name.
Yeah.
So I got those when she's in the bath with all the rose petals and he's being Kevin Spacey with her.
Whoa.
Yeah, he didn't have to go far for that one, did he?
No.
All right. I've got Royal Tenenbaums head shaving wrist cutting scene. Oh, this one almost made my list. Ant-Man.
Oh, when he shrinks for the first time.
Yeah, in the bathtub and the water.
Great one.
Oh, yeah.
Like basically a
God
giant
damn,
bathroom.
I have not watched Ant-Man enough.
I don't love Ant-Man, but thinking of bathroom scenes, that one's pretty cool. Like just because it's like a giant bathroom, a huge space that's a bathroom instead of a tiny
it's the computer graphics is fantastic right there of being shrunk and living in the world of a huge bathtub. Everything going to the drops of water, the drain, everything. Dude, they did a really good job on that.
I feel like they needed more pubes in there. Just a minor quibble.
Look over the corner, see a couple of curlies in the corner.
Maybe he could like.
You really think Disney's going to give you more pubes, Eric?
I thought that was Josh's thing. He's always looking for the pubes.
Yeah,
any pubes from Disney, my friend.
Ask Josh. He knows because he's
the pube master.
He's the pube man. He's the pube.
That's what I'm known for.
He's the pube man. Oh, one that was close to making the list. I honestly was It. The first.
Yep, that was one of my last ones. Was It? But actually, 1 and 2.
That's true. I was more referring to the first one. I love that scene. It's probably my favorite scene in the movie. Really, it's just super rad. All the blood shooting out of there,
and how the blood turns everything in the room red. So when the kids are in there, they're all reflecting the red.
Yeah.
The first one is much better, but I mean, part 2, I think has to have some credit. I mean, it has the most blood on-screen blood ever used in a movie. Apparently,
yeah, it's pretty awesome. Should I keep going?
Yeah, I've only got one more.
Well, hit me
the
with
show
yours.
just turned into a 2-hour-long episode of honorable mentions.
Just like diarrhea, I can't stop.
Get that man some Pepto. Shut him up.
Well, the last one I have is Scarface.
Oh,
it's just him in that giant. It's really probably just a swimming pool, but him in that fucking giant ass tub.
Yeah,
and it's iconic scene of him sitting there smoking the cigar and whatnot.
Well, you also have the chainsaw scene in that.
Oh yeah. Fuck the scene from Drive. I didn't even think about the fucking hotel scene from Drive.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, that one crossed my mind. The Quiet Place birth scene.
Oh yeah, that's
she's
good.
In the bathtub gives Boyth.
Yeah.
Boyth. Austin Powers has to be mentioned. I know we referenced it a couple of times, but who does number 2 work for?
Hey, partner, come on, you gotta relax. Don't force it. Get a blow out your O-ring. Drop a lung.
Who does number 2 work for?
That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
Show that turd who's boss.
You gotta love Tom. You gotta love Tom Arnold, man.
Tom Arnold making 2 appearances in this. Well, was he in the bathroom fight? He wasn't in the bathroom fight, was he? He was on the earpiece in True Lies, right?
Yeah. That's right. Yep.
So he was kind of there. The World's End bathroom fight.
Oh yeah, God damn. There's so many good fucking bathroom scenes.
You could do a top 4 bathroom fights list.
Yeah,
you could just break bathroom scenes into fights, scary, whatever.
Emotional bathroom scenes, scary bathroom scenes, sexy bathroom scenes,
binge drinking bathroom scenes. I have one more.
What is it?
Spirited Away bathhouse.
I have not seen Spirited Away.
Neither.
What?
I have not seen Spirited Away.
It's excellent. You should watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Studio Ghibli movies that I should watch, and I've only watched My Neighbor Totoro, which came up on another top 4 of yours.
That's right.
He does that on purpose. He goes to try to find some anime on purpose.
I have to include an anime on everything I do. No, not really.
But dude, I think we totally crushed top 4 bathroom scenes. I mean, like I said, we started out. Me and Eric had to go back and forth about doing this and all of his things. I think bathroom scenes worked out great.
I think it did too, Jason. You know, I was frustrated with your inability to think of anything else but that. But in the end, it did work out fine, and now we can move on, hopefully, to something else.
No, now we're gonna do top 4 bathroom fight scenes.
Okay, we're gonna.
That was Josh's idea, actually. He said it, not me.
Maybe in a couple of years.
Hey, well, if I was gonna say, if you're listening, give us some ideas for top 4s, because we argue about what we should do for top 4s, but let the people pick. Give us a top 4 subject. We'll do it.
Sure, and if you think of any bathroom scenes that we didn't mention,
yeah.
Absolutely. Leave a comment below on the YouTube video and let us know. We will absolutely bring them up if anybody brings anything to our attention that we weren't aware of. If you're listening to this on the podcast platforms, please make sure you give us a 5-star rating and a review. It helps us out quite a bit. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we're putting out new episodes. And next week, we will be talking about Jurassic Park in detail and how much Josh has a problem with that movie.
in detail.
Yeah. And it has a toilet. So we'll talk more bathroom scenes.
More bathroom scenes next week on the Jurassic Park episode. But until then, be kind.
Rewind! Oh my God, it stinks in here.
That's one big pile of shit.
I'm going to disrobe on camera.
Nice.
Oh, you're wearing a robe. I didn't realize.
I'm wearing my bathrobe.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I thought it was a shirt. You need to take your shirt off underneath that so that we can see that it's a bathrobe.
You can't see because of the beard hair.
The beard hair is the beard hair.
Well, you just need to leave it untied and just give us some real chest.